I don't think science and religion mix. They're like oil and water.
Modern science seems more intent nowadays to disprove God's existence.
As a scientist, my faith is something I believe, but my science is something I can measure.
Science deals with things that you can prove, and faith deals with what you believe.
Well, you have two different worlds. You have the science, which is fact-driven, and you have the Bible, which is faith-driven. Well, I don't know why you'd want to bring the two worlds together.
I don't understand why in the community those are so separated.
I mean, from what I've seen, it seems like theologians don't get along with scientists.
We can bring people into the faith and let them wrestle with the ideas of evolution and creation from the inside, rather than seeing it as a hurdle that they have to jump in order to become part of the faith.
I heard a lot of speakers and pastors, and although there are those who take a positive stance, a lot of them actually take a negative stance towards science.
I can't recall my pastor ever talking about science, at least not during a service. I don't know that there's a need for it.
There is a popular narrative embedded in our culture, passed down from generation to generation. A story that is still told today to both young and old alike. It's the story of science and faith in conflict. A battle royal between fact and faith, between reason and revelation. A conflict of perpetual enmity and strife. But is this story true? Has it always been told this way?
I had the intention of becoming a theologian, but now I see how God is also glorified in astronomy, for the heavens declare the glory of God.
It is the perfection of God's works that they are all done with the greatest simplicity. He is the God of order and not of confusion.
The more I study nature, the more I stand amazed at the work of the Creator.
Men became scientific because they expected law in nature, and they expected law in nature because they believed in a legislator.
Science can purify religion from error and superstition. Religion can purify science from idolatry and false absolutes.
Because the world is God's creation, it is worthy of study. God is not a God of the edges with a vested interest in beginnings. God is the God of the whole show.
So the narrative of science and faith in conflict is a myth, a superstitious fairy tale. There's more to science than meets the eye, or any other empirical sense. And there's more to faith than systematic theology, or religious experience. The scientist, the theologian, the pastor, and the layman are all a part of God's universe. We dialogue, we fellowship, we worship together.